What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Oh, today's video we talk about the TCR. All right, so we're in the car now. Got my caffeine team ready. You're probably thinking to yourself, why the heck is this guy all decked out? Truth is, I'm going to work, guys, and this is how I dress to go to work. You know, I do have another job other than making videos, because obviously videos don't pay well. I really just do this for the passion, I swear to God. I think JR, Russell, and myself were having a conversation the other day about how much we actually put into this stuff and how much we actually get out. So yeah, we do it for the passion, guys, so be appreciative if you like the content, and you know, go ahead and give it a share, give it a like, you know, all that funky stuff. And for you, the true MVP who dislikes my videos before he even watches them, or maybe he just doesn't like me, I think it's Teddy Westside, but we're just gonna leave it there. So for the point of this video, guys, on my way to work today, we are talking about the new VW GTI TCR, which is a road edition based on the concept TCR, which I'll put a picture up here, based off the 350 PS Golf GTI that was in the TCR series. This car was previewed in a recent show, and it has revolutionized the internet. Everyone is, you know, has their own opinions and all kinds of stuff, mixed reviews here and there. But for the most part, I think most of them are positive. This is a one-of-a-kind factory powerhouse based on the GTI platform. Obviously, our cars, the Mark 7s, run on the MQB platform. I think the TCR is going to be running on the same platform from the looks of it, with a slight few changes. So the TCR is very similar to the 7.5 in terms of lighting setup. I believe it has the same headlights, the same taillights, and then, you know, the overall shape of the Mark 7, which has been, you know, kind of the same since 2015. There hasn't been any major body changes. With the TCR, you get the same 2.0 turbo engine that you would in our cars, and they haven't released specifics as to what they're doing, but it's getting somewhat of a refresh and is going to put out more power. My personal thoughts are that maybe it's getting an IS38 turbo from the factory. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure. And maybe the Golf R is getting a new turbo. There's a complete new revision. Maybe something like an IS50. Who knows? For the most part, everything right now is speculations. So the new car is supposed to put out directly from the factory 290 horsepower and about 370 newton meters of torque, which translates to about this much torque. As far as the transmission, this is where it kind of gets trickier for me, because I'm a purist and I love manual transmissions. I love being able to shift and being engaged in that matter. And the TCR will not have a manual transmission. It'll be a 7-speed dual clutch transmission that's going to be paired with that, and that's the only way they're going to make it. My thoughts are, in order to hold that kind of horsepower, they would need to give it a better clutch, and it's much easier to toss extra power into a DSG than it is into a manual transmission car. This new powerhouse is obviously standard with GTI's Performance Pack, which gives you the LSD, the big brake kit, and all the red badges. From what I can tell, that's pretty much it as far as engine modifications, but it is getting a lot more horsepower and supposed to sound even better, very similar to what the ClubSport sounds like, which is really nice. I've seen some ClubSports with just a resonator delete, and they sound pretty darn awesome. So I'm pretty excited to see what the TCR is going to sound like with just a resonator delete, or even from factory with the exhaust system. The car will also come standard with DCC, the dynamic chassis control. You will be able to adjust the suspension feel to what you're doing. So if you're doing a lot of you know, normal commuting driving, you want it to be a little bit softer, you can do that. And you can obviously go into sport mode or race mode, where it's going to stiffen everything up and make things much better. Now, as far as exterior mods go, the car is going to come with 18-inch wheels, which they are calling Belvedere. It kind of looks like the 7.5s, just all black, and instead of a solid spoke, it's broken, so it looks like a 10-spoke wheel, which is kind of nice. And according to them, it's going to get a optional 19-inch wheel, designer wheel, that you can get as well. The car is also getting a brand new front bumper, also a back bumper diffuser, which is really nice. From the pictures, it looks so sick. It kind of looks like the carbon fiber one that I believe Aggressive puts out, but it is, I believe, a gloss black. Not sure yet. From the pictures, the renderings, that's the only thing I can see. But it does look pretty darn sick to have an aggressive, very aggressive rear diffuser in the car, because I think what a lot of these manufacturers realize is that we tend to modify the cars to look more aggressive because they are very subtle at the beginning. And I think the reason why they make them subtle is because you have your average consumer who just wants a car to putt around, and they just happen to stumble upon a GTI. But for the most part, the TCR is going to be somewhat of a cult car, I think. It's going to be mainly targeted towards those who love the GTIs, who love to modify them, and they know that this car is going to be heavily modified. They just wanted to give you a few exterior features that are going to help you kind of stand out. I'm really liking this pure gray that they have going on in the pictures. I think that's going to be a sick color on that car, and it's actually one of the wrap colors that I was thinking about doing on my Mark 7. So I'm kind of torn right now between a pure gray wrap and a teal wrap, like that new teal color, the OEM color. That's a sick color as well, and I don't know exactly what to do on my car, but this is about the TCR, so let me stop rambling about that. As far as the interior of the car, I understand where Volkswagen was going. They're replacing the Clark Plaid with a new design, which takes out the white color and just replaces it with more red. It's a brand new pattern, and I understand that they had to kind of make this car stand out and not look like a regular GTI, or, you know, it's kind of similar to what they did with the ClubSport. I would have preferred if they did the ClubSport seats in this. It would have been kind of nice, but I guess it's just a cost effectiveness thing. But I do like the interior. As far as like the technology of it, you're going to see exactly what you saw in the 7.5s from UK. So you'll have the digital cockpit, you'll get all the drive safety systems, and you'll get Apple CarPlay integrated with the heated seats, the climate control, the works. So you'll get all that funky stuff that you love in all these new cars. Don't know if the driver assistant package is something that's an option or if it's standard. You know, I personally find those things intrusive, but for the average consumer who is, you know, kind of interested in all that extra safety equipment, it would be very nice to have it as a package. You'll get a few other like little touches, like when you open the doors, you'll see TCR on the floor, just like you do with the Audis. You see the Audi logo on the floor. And according to them, this car will be in showrooms in 2019. Or with the 2019 model year. So that's kind of sick to know that this car that's just being shown will be released very soon. Now, chances are this car either won't make it to the US or will make it to the US very late, because we're always late. So you Euro guys will get to see the first few runs of this car if you haven't already at the different shows. So if you have seen these and you are a viewer from the UK or any other place that they have shown this car personally, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it down below in the comments. And a big thank you guys to those who actually read the comments or read the description down below on the last video. I do appreciate the birthday wishes, guys. You know, it's great to see where the channel has kind of taken us and how much we're growing. We're nearing on 2,000 subs now, so that's pretty darn awesome. Never ever in the history of me making YouTube videos did I think that my channel will have 2,000 subs after just a year, and that really says a lot about the community and you know, how much a lot of the GTI guys kind of stick together. So if you guys aren't following me already, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'll put it right over here somewhere, so that way you guys can you know, check out daily posts. I try to put pictures of my car and also shout outs to some of the subscribers that do some of the modifications that I do on this car. And it's good to hear the feedback. I get a lot of ideas from you guys on Instagram, so, and I am very active. More, if not the same, as active as I am on my YouTube creator app. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Those are my thoughts. I think the TCR is going to be a sick addition to the GTI lineup, and I'm really excited to see if I ever get to see one on the road. And I'd love to see people start modifying these things and to see what a Stage 2 or Stage 1 tune would do to that car. If it's 290 horsepower from the factory, imagine how much more you can put out. Probably like another 50 with one tune. So that would be pretty darn sick, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. As always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe down below. See you in the next one, Caffeine Team. Peace out.